I'm going to run through the controls and basic setup of the NEXUS MP. So first let's take a look at the controls. Here we have the ground balance control. Now this is a 10 turn knob and there's a locking switch there to dial in your ground balance if you so wish, but it's a tight knob, it's not going to run away, so there's not really need to lock it. Here we've got a standard discrimination control. Typically we'll run at about 10 o'clock. Threshold, come to that in a minute, that has to be at a good threshold that you can hear. It's not great to run it silently. On off volume, the dual tone instead of a monotone, you can switch this in and adjust the pitch of the positive signal, so you'll have a low tone for junk and a high tone for good targets. Sensitivity, self-explanatory. Run it at the highest point but where the detector's still stable. Here we've got the mineral controls, coarse and fine. The fine is another 10 turn control, and there's also a switch going from standard to heavy. Normally we'll always keep it in standard. We'll only activate the mineral control if the ground is very noisy and we're not able to get a proper ground balance on it. So normally this will be at standard, coarse will be at 0, fine will be at 0. Battery test switch here, self-explanatory. Under the box we've got a 3-position mode switch. Central is all metal, which is normally will be your search mode. Press to the right, we've got something called a turbo audio mode. The detector runs silent and it gives a full tone almost to the complete range of its detection. So it will be bang or nothing. Then clicking to the left we've got a normal discrimination mode. So it will be click click for the junk items and a normal positive sound. However, I normally run in all metal because that's by far the most sensitive position for the detector, and also it gives me the most feedback what's happening under the search core. Also we shouldn't forget the bicoloured DDM meter. This is very crucial for our discrimination. It's red for good targets and blue for junk targets. Okay, we're going to turn on and set the ground balance. So turn on off volume, the LED will light and then settle. Let's check the batteries. Okay, halfway, that's alright. Now I'm going to do the setup in all metal mode. So first of all I need to bring up the threshold. Hopefully you can hear that okay. The ground balance, I've just got it from where I did the last ground balance, so that's typical. You don't have really a starting point, like set halfway or anything like that. Just set up from where you were last time. Okay, that's threshold. Back a bit and see what happens when we lower the coil. Okay, you can hear that. The threshold is nulling, going silent as we lower the coil, and the DDM is also going red. So we have to, when we lower the coil to the ground and it goes silent, we have to increase the ground balance, so we have to turn it clockwise. Okay, let's see where we are now. That's almost there actually. A very slight positive. So we'll go back a little bit. That is pretty much it. Now just go back a bit more so we can hear the null again. Yeah, there's a null. So forward a bit, or clockwise. That's it, I would say. That's tiny bit more maybe. Basically there's no real change on that. That's okay. Right, sensitivity was at minimum while we carried out that. I'm going to now see where we can increase it to while the detector still remains stable. So I'll put it to 5 to 12. Yeah, it's dropping a little bit now, the ground balance. So we'll increase it again. That's fine. See if we can handle a bit more sensitivity. I'll go to 5 past 12. That's still okay. Right, I will leave it there. I think that's more than enough gain for the detector. So, let's see.